How about
There you go. That's what's up. I'm here with my man DJ Rowe, Chicago's finest, man. How you feel, black man?
Man, I'm good, brother. How about yourself?
I'm alive. Got somebody joining in. Bless Bum, I think. I don't want to mispronounce it. Shout out to the people coming in. Once again, I'm not promoting this. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. I'm just chopping it up with my people in 2021. The people who I fuck with, and I don't fuck with a lot of people. And I fucks with this man right here, DJ Rowe. I would tell him to introduce, but I want to do my introduction because a lot of people don't know about this man being one of the dopest producers in Chicago and hip hop. I ain't gonna say on the underground scene, but yeah, I will, give it as just due and say the underground. You know what I'm saying? But just one of the unknown, and some people may know about, the dopeness that he possessed. I saw this man do, wonders, on the beats. And I just want people to know about, your dopeness and shit. So that's why I'm putting it out there. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
what made you start doing that shit, though, bro? Because when I met you, you was already doing beats and shit, man. What made you? I know you. You know what I'm saying? I know your story a little bit, but just tell the people how you started making beats and shit.
Well, shit, I started like anybody else. Just when I was a teenager, actually, of course, I wanted to be a rapper like everybody in the neighborhood. I was decent, but I always wanted to be on the other side of the board. You know what I mean? I was more fascinated with the musical aspect of the hip hop thing.
What was the Chicago? We've been talking Chicago hip hop. What was the Chicago hip? Chicago don't really got no fucking. I was talking about the history of Chicago hip hop with somebody a couple weeks ago when I was doing this. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of our musical roots is based on house music. And I heard you say once that Chicago niggas want to be like New York so bad.
Well, for a time it was like that, when it started out. But, we're in the middle of everything. So we had people that sounded like West Coast people. We had people that sounded like down south people. And we definitely had a lot of folks that sounded like East Coast people. But Chicago had its own. Of course, now, with all the drill and all of that, they got their own thing going on. But we started doing that stuff, man, years ago. But
I was
it just got
definitely
caught on
influenced by
a
that.
few years back.
I took it personal when you said that because I definitely was influenced by East Coast shit.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Y'all had y'all sound, But
right.
Everything is everything. I do it all. I was a fan of East Coast music too. I still am.
I was just in Brooklyn. I was just in Brooklyn yesterday, and that shit was. Yeah, I was in Brooklyn yesterday. I've been to New York several times, but never been to Brooklyn. I've been to Allboro. I just wanted to say I went to Allboro. So, it was a completion going to Brooklyn because I'd have been to every other borough. Probably I haven't been to Long Island, Staten Island, but that's really not one of the boroughs. It's like all for New York. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Wu-Tang. But I was just there briefly. I had dinner out there. But what do you think the state of Chicago hip hop is now? I think Chicago hip hop is the best it's ever been.
I would say so. Yeah, it is. Chicago is like the center of it all right now, as far as these young folks go. With all the artists that came out recently, these young guys are doing their thing. I love it.
Well, I would argue Atlanta is number one right now.
I
Yeah, I
don't know.
mean Atlanta.
You listen to a lot of stuff
But
and look at a lot of stuff, man. These people are heavily influenced by these kids out of Chicago. You know, hopefully they
that's
influence too much by the negative aspect of it, but you know, it is what it is.
that's my point. I think. I was just about to say that. You know, even them Atlanta dudes, they're influenced by Chicago. I was saying that Chief Keef is the most influential dude to come out of Chicago hip hop. And
He the only
honestly,
one. I mean, he like the biggest name out there, but you know, all those other guys, half of them dead. You know, it's just like what you know. It's sad to say, but it's real out here, man. I don't know what's going on with these young kids.
wow. You know what? It's funny you should say that because it's so ugly for our city right now. So, like I was saying, I was in New York, but I was really in Philadelphia. I drove to New York, and it was like three people just randomly, you know, that I was talking to who was just from Philly. And when I told them from Chicago, all the reaction was the same. Like, dude, it was like I told them came from Iraq or some motherfucking way. They was like, dude, we know we rough, but what the fuck y'all be doing down there? You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? They like,
yeah. It's like that into what was something that was good, and you know, turning it to something else, and I hope they get away from it, you know. But right now, it's just too big, you know, as far as you know the way they call out each other, and you know they get assy, you know. So
it's crazy the reputation that we have, man. And we've been having it for at least the last 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Since about shit, probably since Chief Keef came out. So you know what I'm saying? You know,
right,
at least, you know what I'm saying, that whole scene. But, you know, the funny thing is, maybe because I'm not in that mix anymore or just not around that, you know what I'm saying? I'm blessed to, you know what's going on, but not really just being there. And, you know, who wants to be out there with that bullshit? But I don't even, I don't know. I don't even be like, I guess because I don't watch the news. You know what I'm saying? I may ride. I'm always in the hood, like doing different things. And I see the police lights. I see the niggas out doing their thing. But it don't resonate to me how other people perceive, and even the people in our city, how rough it is. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if I was still
yeah,
in my old neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I see it that way, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? That is the weird thing about
shit, you ain't been around it. They probably changed up around there. You know, a lot of these so-called hoods are being gentrified and whatnot. So you never know. You know, all our buildings are gone. We used to have that whole strip down State Street, Robert Taylor, and they tore all that
it. Ain't
down.
nothing
And
wrong with Robert
you know,
Taylor. You know what? Um, I my idea, right? I have website legendsuntold.org, and I'm shifting it towards more of my music, but I wanted to put a lot of highlight production on there. And I bring that up because we was just talking about Chief Keef, and I thought within our circle we had that. We had a group called Kill 'Em All, and I thought when I listened to the so-called drill scene, I thought they was doing that shit beforehand. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to, you know what I'm saying, Phil, a.k.a. War Child. Shout out to Ray Ski. Rest in peace to Jay Ski. That music.
Hey, man, this thing is, you cutting out a lot. I'm trying to hear what you say. I said, it seems like you're cutting out a lot. I don't know if it's the connection, the Wi-Fi, whatever, but.
Can you hear me? You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but man, you know what? I probably could switch off to my laptop.
Yeah, I mean, the audio probably fucked up on, I don't know if it's my phone or what's going on, because I can hear you, but it's like faint, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just trying to make it do
real low. It's like, and I keep putting the phone close to trying to hear it, and it's like my face getting big as hell.
Right. I was pushing up on the phone also, you know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to see, can you hear me? You know, can you hear me though?
Yeah, I hear you a little bit. Close.
Okay. Well, I'll talk a little bit louder. And I fucking dropped my phone about 3 times when I was out of town. So that may be the problem. You know, I might have to, you know what I'm saying, get another phone or whatever.
Yeah, it's just, it seems like your volume is real low. But
probably
we're going to get through this.
Yeah. So we're not going to go too long on it because we don't want to, you know, keep having a fucked up video. What's up, Soul Glow? Joining in on the live thing. You know, couldn't get your call, Soul Glow, because I was on live. So we're talking Chicago hip hop with the legendary DJ Rowe. And I say that legendary. And that was one of the basis of me starting Legends Untold, because I think a lot of the shit that I produced with you were not getting the recognition that it's supposed to get. And I say that the music, it wasn't like, because like this is my point. My point is that I think the music that I was doing, I think a lot of music I was doing, or the other people prior to the Chief Keef or whatever the case may be, wasn't, it didn't really epitomize, hey, what up, Soul Glow? Just talking Chicago hip hop right quick. It didn't really epitomize Chicago, the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I was a Chicago dude. Like you got people like Kanye, Common. That sound is universal, but it doesn't really epitomize Chicago. And I thought Kill 'Em All epitomized Chicago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, those, guys like that, they were shortage, and they actually spoke about what was going on in the streets. You know what I'm saying? They weren't talking about, telling on themselves like these idiots are doing out here.
Right.
They just talked about what was going on around them, It's, what hip hop has always been, you know what I mean? Keeping people in tune with what was going on in the streets. And I like to think that, I had a positive influence on a lot of guys, as far as putting them in the studio environment and allowing them to express themselves.
I agree. It definitely helped. Your influence,
doing some of the other shit they could have been doing.
Hey, your influence and opening the doors for me definitely kept me out of a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was something to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? So that idle time that you could have been doing nothing, no telling what, because, we were still on the block when we was fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? That was, even though we was on the block, it was like, man, we finna go to the studio. And that was the You know, that was something to look forward to,
Mm-hmm.
and that took away, and that helped out with a lot of folks.
Yeah.
Give me your top 5 producers of all time.
Top 5 producers. Wow. Oh. Dre. Dre is up there. I wouldn't say he's the top. DJ Premier. DJ Quick. DJ Quick is one of the unheralded guys, but he's one of the coldest musicians, producers, whatever you want to call it, out there. Let's see. Timbaland. And go with Dilla. I'll go with Dilla. I'll throw Dilla in there.
Who? Dilla?
Yeah.
Man, I didn't expect you to say Dilla.
Oh yeah. Why not? Why not Dilla?
I'm not a big fan of Dilla.
Nah, I am. You know, yeah.
Like I got. You know, I didn't have. You know, you can readily get his instrumentals. You know, he got instrumental albums online. But even before he died, I had some of his instrumentals, and I don't know. I guess because for me, it was difficult to write to. You know what I'm saying? He was just doing shit that he wanted to do. It wasn't like no fucking pattern to it. It was like, you know what I'm saying?
But that's,
like,
you know,
what the fuck is this, dude? You know what I'm
trying
saying?
to think outside the box. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, I didn't do a lot of sampling. You know, with like myself, I still don't do a lot of sampling to this day. I like, you know, being organic, and you know, he did a lot of sampling, but the way he flipped it, you know, it was his own thing. You know, he gets some credit now, recognition for, you know, his contribution.
Why you ain't do a lot of sampling though?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I got too much stuff in my head about my own. You know, feel like I could just.
You know what? You know what? That's why I consider you one of the dopest, because being around so many, and you know what? This, you know, later on in life, I realized, this is a sidetrack. I realized the difference between beat makers and producers. And I realized
the difference between
too, that
what?
beat makers and producers.
Right.
It's a distinction. You know what I'm saying? And I realized that all beat makers ain't producers. You know? And I realized that I am a producer also, and I realized what we was doing were coming up similar to productions, like actual scores of music, as opposed to somebody, because I didn't work with other producers where they didn't gave me the beat. That's how I knew I was a producer, because I got the beat and I done made a whole song. You didn't done anything. You know what I'm saying? I had constructed the whole fucking song. You know what I'm saying? From you, all you did was make the beat. You know what I'm saying? I done came up with the bridge. I done wrote the hook for the chick. I done found out her breakdown. I done said this. You know what I'm saying? That's what a producer do. So that's why I consider you one of the dopest, because I used to see you, and I still do to this day, not come up, make up a beat, but produce a song.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, I didn't work the chemistry where I didn't, you know, I know your language when I be like, okay, and you know what I'm saying?
I said it just froze up for a long time.
But my point is that I done saw you on the drums, the fucking piano, the guitar, come up with original compositions out of your head, like, well, this what I came up with, and you done had your own vision on it. And I've been like, man, bro, but I'm thinking it this way. How about we, you know what I'm saying, do this? And we then came up with a whole fucking landscape of some
Right.
shit off of that. So that's why I said, like, these niggas, man, it's different to get an MPC or whatever the fuck they using now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just,
You know, a lot of times, man, they recycle the same shit. You know, it's
right.
like after a while, it's like, come on now, we hit this again. How many times, you know, no, come on, man. People got to be a little more original. You know, but the popular culture, they like hearing stuff that sounds familiar, I guess. That's why most of the hit records are the same thing, recycled again. You know, every couple of
I've
years, the
been
same.
noticing that.
Yeah, the same
Like,
thing come around again. The same beats.
like the
You know.
chick, I was just listening to the young chick, Mulatto, and she just fucking made Gucci Mane. She got Gucci Mane on the song, but she just, and it's just a
They
lot
starting
of
to do
people
that
like
now.
that. Huh?
They starting to do that now. Songs that were like, you know, pop, hip hop songs that hit real hard. They recycling those now.
This is making the song over. You
Yeah.
know, like literally, she hasn't.
Because it's
You know,
familiar.
she didn't change.
Because
I mean,
you know, people like what sounds familiar too. You know, but to each his
that's
own.
the ultimate laziness. It's one
But
thing like to have a dope beat from a hit song, and you just like, okay, let's sample this and do it, and then come up with my shit. But it's just total laziness to fucking just redo the whole song and switch it up instead of saying yay, you saying hey.
well, hey, we a lazy culture now. You know, with all this technology
It's
we
crazy.
got. Remember, we used to have to remember people's phone numbers and shit. You memorize all your friends' phone numbers and everything. Nowadays, you don't remember. You just punch up the thing on your phone and bam, you there. It's the same thing with these beats and shit now. You know.
I be listening to the radio, and sometimes the shit come on, and I think it's the original song.
Yeah.
And somebody comes saying some other shit, I'll be like, what the fuck is this? And it shows my age because I'm like, I remember,
But see, that's
the
how the
dope,
old heads used to, you know, they used to talk about the rap we listen to, you know, the golden era shit, you know, when they would sample old 70s records or whatever. Now these guys are sampling samples. It's a sample of a sample. And I'm just not a fan of that. I got, like I said, I got too much shit in my head to be, you know, doing the same shit somebody else did. You know, it depends on what you in it for. If you in it to make some fast money, you ain't got no love for the craft or whatever, then, you know, do your thing. You know, I ain't gonna hate on you for that, but you know, I'm just not like with that shit.
It's definitely all facts. Soul Glow. Soul Glow said the truth. Soulglow.ro says the truth. So I mean, that's another thing. Like, you know, I have slow. Getting into the grind or in the industry will slow your passion down. But what I try to tell people, because I made an article and I wrote an article like, what is the age limit on fucking, being a hip hop MC? But the difference is, and what I'm realizing, that it's like fucking being a mechanic. It's a skill. Like the shit we talking about is a fucking skill. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a skill to be a fucking MC and actually create something from scratch and come up with music and make original beats from scratch. You know
But
what I'm
it's
saying?
also,
it's so dilute.
You have to look at the industry though, the model of the shit. It's basically geared toward, you know, young people. Young people drive the music industry for the, you know, the majority of it. The older people, we like what we like. You know what I mean? Like the stuff we grew up with, and you know, you can appreciate people's musicianship and stuff when you get older. When you're young, you just want to turn up. You know what I mean? So they're the ones that drive the thing. So you can say the stupidest stuff or whatever. Stuff that may sound really stupid to us might just be, you know, killer to them. You know, I see it every day. I heard something on the radio today. I was like, but it's probably gonna be like number one. You know, that's just the way it
You know
is.
what? You know, the thing about it is that I don't know if it's good for me. You know, my market was hand-to-hand combat with the music, getting down the street, the CD, the physical. And I think, but like I said, now it made, you know, the market, if you grinding, it definitely doesn't put an age limit because anybody could put out music on anything. You know what I'm
Most
saying? So the
definitely.
shit that you know what I'm saying? The shit I'm talking about is like, you know, you can put out your old music. You can put out everything. You don't have, you know, back in the day, I had to make an album and sell it. And
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't put out all of the music that I didn't like. You know what I'm saying on it. I had to come up with the album. Now you can put out any fucking thing, any
That's
day of the
right.
week, and you could have stand out there and maybe 20, 25 people will buy your CD. Now 20 or 25 people will listen to a song. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's just the first 30 seconds of
Right.
it. So, you know, it's pros and cons to what's going on right now. And
Yeah.
everybody, because I'm still a hip hop fiend, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So when I say it's not an age limit, I still, you know, even though I'm still listening to the shit that I've been listening to, I listen to like everybody, you know, when some new music come out, but it's just, I guess I'm with everybody else. In the first fucking 60 seconds, I'm gonna know if I like it or not. Like I could tell
Mm-hmm.
if this dude flowing or he come with a certain thing, you know, they catch up on me. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
just like I used to like some stupid shit back then, I might like some stupid shit now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? And you know, I was
Right.
riding with somebody, you know, and they was like, they're like, man, listen to this Lil Durk shit. And it was some shit he had, and he was fucking rap like he make a lot of music, but he was spitting on this, and I was like, you could tell he's spitting on this motherfucker. It wasn't no auto tune,
Right. Right. Right.
nothing. You know what I'm saying? He's spitting. So I was like, I could tell like off the fucking first 8 at any age. I think some of these people, even the young cats, be like, you know, they just want to turn up and they be like, man, why would I just be rapping for real and write this shit down and not just go freestyle in the booth when ain't nobody even paying attention to that shit? You know
Right.
what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
it's a whole different era, man. You know, some of these young folks, you know, they like, you know, consciousness and, excuse me, consciousness. And they also, they like lyricism, you know, some of them. The
Yeah.
majority of them don't. They just want to, you know, they want to have fun. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
more power to them. You know, like I said, music, for the most part, just pop music, it's hip hop and all that. That is a young person's game. You know,
Right.
as far as sales. But as far as like the art, you know, you can be 80 years old still doing whatever you want to do. It's just, you know, it's like
Right.
compare that to like a musician. You know, you're gonna get better with age. You know, until your body won't, you know, perform like you want to. But you know, some people put out their best stuff when they get a little bit older, especially like jazz musicians and all of those. You know, so you know, I listen to everything. You know, I listen to all the new stuff that comes out because I still work with a lot of young people. You know, so I try to stay current. You know, of course, I'm still not doing a lot of sampling. I, you know, put my own twist on the new stuff, and you know, I've been doing all right.
Yeah, that's true. She said there's always some young folks who love lyricism. You know, hip hop, you know, I think Fife, rest in peace, Fife said hip hop would never die out. It's, you know, I forgot what he said after that. It's an art form, you know what I'm saying? But hip hop would never die out. You know what I'm saying?
No, it
You know,
can't.
you know, so the essence of it, it's always gonna be somebody,
It's
and
it's
those
like the
people are
most
always gonna.
effective way that they done came out to communicate certain things. You know what I mean? I mean, rappers speak to people, man. You know, people they memorize their whole damn song. You know, it's like you know, come on, man.
But
The
if
art
you
form
look at it,
of
if
just
you look at
rhyming
it,
is something else. It's poetry.
if you look at it, each generation, the people that have Lasting Power they can rap. They MCing, like, you know, Lil Baby can rap.
Right.
Lil Baby can rap.
Yeah.
The Baby can rap. Lil
Baby, all of them. They pretty good.
Yeah, they can rap. When you listen to them, you know what I'm saying, they fucking flowing.
Lil Wayne,
you know
Lil Wayne is cold as hell, but you know, I don't know what he sound like. He done fell off, but yeah, he was one of the. If you listen to some of the stuff this dude talked about, man, it was, you know, when he had his little run.
Well, you know, I hate to say people fell off or whatever, but I just don't think it's no evolution. It hasn't been any evolution in Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think after a while, certain guys, they start living that lifestyle and they lose their love for the art itself. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it is what it is.
I don't see a difference between a 2021 Lil Wayne and a 2012 Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? It's still the lyric. You know, it's no.
No, he evolved, man, from when he was with the, you know, Hot Boys and all that shit. He grew up.
I know, but I'm talking about the Lil Wayne where he was considered like the #1 rapper.
Mm-hmm.
The peak, mixtape Lil Wayne, fucking, you know what I'm saying, 6'7" Lil Wayne. That there. You know, he involved. You know, he dope as fuck. Lil Wayne is Lil Wayne. Like, if somebody tell me Lil Wayne in their top 10, I won't argue. You know what I'm saying? Lyrically, you know what I'm saying? He has been influenced a whole generation of rappers. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to argue that. I'm just saying his current shit that he didn't put out music like 2020. He putting out shit. It sounds like the shit from 5-6 years ago.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, with everything that's going on, it's not conscious. It's not, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's not evolved to.
So what do you think about an artist like Drake?
What I think about him? Drake is super dope.
Okay.
Super dope.
As far as his lyrics or everything, the production, all that?
Everything is dope about what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? I think him and I think Drake is a little bit different. But I'm gonna compare Future to Lil Wayne. Future has a way of, I wouldn't say he evolved, but he has a way of doing the same shit, but somehow it sounds different. You know what I'm saying? He found the lane where that particular shit he doing still resonates. You know what I'm saying? And maybe his time will come in 3-4 years where motherfuckers get tired of that shit. But
it seems to be, you know, everything is running its course, and it's like the new batch of guys come up, people like Future. You know, it's like, you know, and the kids ain't really like feeling that no more. They feeling all these other little motherfuckers, you know. So he might have outstayed his welcome.
But you know what though? When you talk about Drake, Drake is not of this. He's just still making dope shit that resonates. But he comes from that cloth that I'll say maybe the last batch of people who grasp onto the traditional hip hop. Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar. You know what I'm saying? They study Jay-Z, they study Nas, they know about Tupac. You know what I'm saying?
All those people had longevity.
Right. So they're a little bit older than the new crop of motherfuckers. So Drake, he knows about, you know, he knows the history of this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he's still able to so she said Future sound stays relevant. Wayne doesn't evolve the sound. I agree. I agree. You know what I'm saying? Like Future stays relevant, because his content, he's he's in the vein of the drug talk of that
Right.
these
You
kids
have to
can
stay in
resonate
tune
with.
with certain things. I think after a while, the shit you talking about, today won't be relevant tomorrow, really. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? So if,
Mm-hmm.
people ain't listening to you, how should I put this? It's generational. So when that next group of teenagers come up, Future's gonna be irrelevant. Ain't nobody gonna want to hear him. You know what I mean? It's gonna be some other little guy. This crowd that loves the baby and Lil Baby and all of them. They Future's like a uncle to them now. You know what I mean? So
Right.
that's my thing. As far as like he's not one of those longevity type people like Drake. Drake's gonna be around for a couple more years. You know what I'm
Look
saying?
though, let me ask you this. You asked me about Drake.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Drake is a MC?
No, I think he's an artist. He's an artist.
Right. I don't. One of the reasons I don't have him in my top 5. I don't have
No,
him in
no,
no
no,
MC
no,
category.
no. I
But he's
wouldn't
a
know.
dope. He's a dope lyricist.
He's a dope artist. I like the whole Drake thing. You know. I wouldn't knock nothing he does. I don't knock nothing nobody do. I think people should be able to express themselves. Whatever way they see fit. As long as they ain't harming nobody else. But yeah, I did Drake. Shit.
I think I think he need. I had wrote this like when he put out his last album. I said he needs to make and I think he could do it. He needs to make a whole hip hop album. I need to hear a whole hip hop album, him just rapping.
That ain't gonna
And
happen.
then I'll give, huh?
I said that ain't gonna happen.
I mean, he can make a whole singing album
That
and a
ain't
whole
his
hip hop
lane though.
album.
That ain't his lane. His lane is to do that singing shit.
Mm.
Keep his appeal with these young ladies. 'Cause,
And you
they the
know what
ones
fucked
buying the
me up?
records. Huh? Why is he not an
Well,
MC?
she asked why is Drake not an MC to y'all?
I'm not even
Because
sure Drake writes his own material.
that's
I'm still not
I'm glad
convinced.
you hold on. Hold that thought for 1 second. I want to answer her question when she said, why is Drake not an MC to y'all? Because MCing, when you MCing, it's basically poetry, it's basically expression of, I don't think people who sing and rap, like, okay, let me put it this way. I consider Lauryn Hill an MC. You know what I'm saying? Even her album showcased her being an MC, but she had I don't know. I don't know why people, maybe she got a good question because I consider Lauryn Hill an MC. I thought she was an MC before she made her. I thought she was an MC with the Fugees. You know what I'm saying? I thought she was the dopest MC out of all 3 of them. You know what I'm saying? But I think her basis was more hip hop rooted than her singing. She was just showing that. Oh, okay. She said she agreed. You know what I'm saying? That's she just wanted to hear why I said that. But I wanted to say this by you said with Drake don't write his own lyrics. This fucked me
I didn't
up.
say that. I didn't say that he didn't. I said
Okay, but it's a
I'm not
possibility.
sure if he does. It's kind of I don't know, man.
Oh, you know why I said that, bro? And I'm glad you said this. You know what fucked my head up is Still Drake by Dr. Dre, right?
Mm-hmm.
This fucked my head up. Like this was back in, whenever it came out. But this fucked my head up about hip hop. So we making music and you coming up with the beats. I done saw you drink plenty 40s, drink plenty Hennessy, and come up with shit, no assistance, right? You done saw me smoke mad blunts, no assistance.
Right.
And we coming up with shit. it was almost taboo for a motherfucker to come and assist with our mind frame.
No, well, we provide input to each other, but as far as like somebody writing some shit down and then somebody else spitting it, that's like
making a beat.
On, man. Corny.
But I was looking at it, this is my point. I was looking at, I was ignorant to this. I was looking at, I was like, we was making music and I was trying to make it to compete what was on videos to top people. I just sat in front of record executives and like the shit we done came up with. And I didn't know that these motherfuckers who make these hit songs, they got 2-3 people helping out with the lyrics. Dr. Dre got Scott Storch helping out.
Right.
Jay-Z wrote the fucking song. Snoop Dogg on the hook. You understand what I'm saying? You got 5-6 collaborative efforts on it. You know what I'm saying? Now, true indeed, like when I made my first album, I think it came out dope because we used to have people in the studio and people didn't help out, but when you have those creative minds, people can come in with the hook and say, oh, this shit sound good or sound that. But it wasn't people writing the shit on it. But I just didn't know. What I'm saying is that it takes a lot. And I mean, I'm comparing this to Drake. It takes a lot for these people to come up with the shit that they come up with. You know what I'm saying? It's a combination of minds.
That's some other talented brother behind the scenes that's probably making whole songs, and then they go back and do the whole song. You know, just like it was doing back in the what was that Milli Vanilli shit and all that CNC Music Factory shit. Back then, you had these people, these fat black people, talented people, singing and rapping and doing all this other stuff, but they just threw a pretty face on it.
Right.
But
she said
they were actually performing. These people, I believe they just learning songs that somebody else wrote, to be honest. But that's the industry now.
Yeah, she said, I don't believe people who don't write their own lyrics are MCs. They are not. And I agree with that.
They shouldn't be.
We was just listening.
It shouldn't be. They shouldn't be considered MCs. If you can't write your own lyrics, if you're a poet and you don't write your own damn poems, you're not a poet. You know what I mean?
And we was just I was just checking out Busta Rhymes' new shit. And, just people coming from a certain era, like you can just tell, that you can appreciate that shit when you still believe it's authentic, that he's sitting down, he coming up with his lyrics, motherfuckers in the studio, the same way that the shit motherfuckers coming up with beats. You know what I'm saying? Right. He might invite people out there like he had Rakim, like. You know what I'm saying? Who not gonna jap if Rakim come into the studio and you like, damn, I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you can appreciate that shit, and it's still out there. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to, touch down on you. For 2021, are you, I say you, but I always try to be connected in what you're doing. So I say we flooding the internet with new shit, or just put out all the, just hit them, with the music, man. I think there's so much music that people haven't heard. You know what I'm saying? I be listening to shit that still be sounding nasty. You know what I'm saying? And just put it out.
Yeah, I've been working on a lot of new stuff with some new young guys, and they pretty decent. So I'm gonna see what happens with that. I touched bases with my guy Warchild too. He's talking about bringing his son through. His son's supposed to be decent too. So
Fly Green Sox 808.
Hey, second generation
from Virginia.
Hey, writing their own stuff.
Hey, man. You know what?
What up?
That shit fucked my head up right there.
Yeah.
it fucked my head up. You said, what child coming in with his son?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
time goes on, bro.
It does. It does, bro. Yeah.
What's going on, man? We got Fly Green Sox 808. You know what I'm saying? From Virginia. That's my man Joe Burnham. You know what I mean? You know, my other guy, you know what I'm saying, come in with the beats and done several shit with him. Now he does the sampling or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But we talking Chicago hip hop. We talking about hip hop in general with the legendary DJ Rowe. And he working with some new shit. And I know Fly Green Sox 808. So he's making some new shit. And you know what? I'm glad y'all brothers in because I'm go back to my point. You know what I'm saying? I know you done had like periods where you ain't shut it down, but you just like, man, you ain't made shit for 6 months or 3-4 months. And then next thing I know, my fucking email flooded with 25 beats. It's some shit you can't put down. You know what I'm saying? It's like a motherfucker telling you to come fix this carburetor or change the motor, and then next thing you know, your garage filled with old cars and shit because you done fixing all the shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it can't stop. It won't stop, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah. You know, that just go with, you know, shit, being grown and having a real job and all that shit. Sometimes you get distracted from your passion. And I don't like when that happens. You know, I go all that long time without doing no music. That's crazy. I'm just trying not to do that. But yeah, you're right. You know, once I get into that creative process, I can turn them out, you know, beat after beat. You know, you got to stay motivated, self-motivated.
Word. Word. Yeah, I already know. You know what I'm saying? My thing now, and we about to wrap this up. My thing now with me creating music is the end game. My motivation was always the finish line. So, you know, like when I make some shit, like some dope shit, I'll be like, damn, 3-4 of those, I'm gonna come out with a CD and come out with some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like, what the fuck is the end game with this shit? I'm like, so, you know, I'm not, you know, so that tempers my passion because, like, I don't like the fucking not knowing the finish line when I'm starting. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you know, and that tempers because I know, you know, just dealing with me and you, I come to the studio and we make some dope shit. You be like, man, Joe, this shit dope, and I can do that shit for days. Like, if I'm focused on it, I can make a fucking album every week. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? But I just need the end game, especially now with the corona and not the being able to perform and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, what the fuck is you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know,
like I said, it just depends on, you know, your reasons for still being in it and still wanting to do the shit. You know, if you're doing it to make money, then that's one thing. But if you're doing it just, you know, because you're an artist and you like expressing yourself and you want content out here and you want people to see what you do, your creations and stuff, that's another thing. You know what I mean?
Word. Yeah. I mean, right now, for me,
I mean, one can go with the other. Preferably, you know, be making shit. It would be nice to get paid. But I ain't never been in it for that. I've always just loved music, you know.
It's always got to be for the love. All the great ones, Quincy Jones and everybody, it's for the love. You can't do, even though they fucking rich, but they'll tell you, you know, they'll tell you back when they weren't making shit, and they be like, man, we're just doing it for the love, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, for every artist that's out here that make it to, you know, make it big, it's 100 motherfuckers that don't. Maybe more, you know. So you gotta love it. You know what I mean? If you've been in it as long as I have.
Hey,
and that's just that.
hey, I ain't gonna hold you up, man. We've been having a good conversation. Just till I'm gonna post this stuff. I saved the last video, so it's gonna be posted on YouTube, on blacktruth.net, on Facebook, other Instagram accounts, and we just chop it up. So with that said, just tell the people where they can listen to your beats, where they can listen to your music, you know, where they can find you at, you know what I'm saying, and the whole lifestyle of the old, new, current, or whatever the case may be.
Well, I'm on all platforms. You know, just type in DJ Rowe. I should pop up. Yeah, so just DJ Rowe featuring High Life P or High Life Productions, any of that stuff on any of the platforms. I'm there.
Hey, man, I appreciate you joining in on it. Like I said, man, I'm going to share this. And, yeah, every week, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to be talking. I'm going to try to be talking. God willing, be talking to somebody, you know what I'm saying, and just going through my phone, talking to people, you know what I'm saying, I respect. And, you know what I'm saying, 2020 was weird. You know, I interviewed a lot of, you know what I'm saying, you know, so-called big people or whatever the case may be, but all that shit slowed down. And just to get back into the groove of what I'm doing, and this is actually a lot, I ain't gonna say more fulfilling, but it's definitely gratifying to be talking to my people and just, you know, kicking it, you know what I'm saying, kicking it or whatever the case may be. It's definitely.
Well, I appreciate you asking me to do this, man.
Hey, come on, man. 2021 started off great, man. Just talking to my people, you know what I'm saying? Each time I do this, the conversation go longer than what I expected because the shit just great, and we talking about great shit. So check out DJ Rowe. We're sharing this video. I don't even got a name for this shit, but I'm gonna go with the MCs. Right now, it's the EmceeSlashJournalist. You know what I'm saying? I always gotta be the MC. You know what I'm saying? Because I think I MC better than I, you know what I'm saying, write journals or whatever. So I'm the EmceeSlashJournalist on this platform. So it's the EmceeSlashJournalist. Check it out with DJ Rowe. And, you know what I'm saying, salute my dude. I'll be hitting you up. I'll do my annual week or two and come in there and knock out maybe 5, 6 songs that I probably don't even put out nowhere, but you know what I'm saying? They're going to be dope nonetheless. And I'm going to hit your phone on.
You know it.
They're going to be dope. So send me the beats via email.
Okay.
And
Most definitely.
I'll knock them out.
All right, man.
All right, bro. I'm going to holler at you.